Hi, Cheryl. Hang on just a second. Getting everything set up. There we go. Got that part done. So now I'm on YouTube. Let me go over and get my Facebook thing going. Because, you know, YouTube's the new thing. So it's harder for me to find it. Last time I couldn't find me. But I think I've got that. Now let me get over here. Oh, there's one of my other friends live. So it looks like it's me. Because there's a catalog, but it's not me. Let me see if I can find me. It's a lot of technology. It's way more technology than I had a few years ago, that's for sure. iPad, laptop, computer, webcam. Oh, here we go. Hi, Tori. So, second video of the day, which is kind of fun because I didn't think that the ordering would be on so early. So because it got on early, everything kind of got moved up during the day. But it also means because it got on early that when you overnight, I assumed when I overnighted my box that it would be here on Friday. And now it's going to be here tomorrow. I think it should be here tomorrow because it was in early enough. So my daughter has tomorrow off. So she was coming to film stuff, not new stuff, but now she'll be here for my unboxing. And we'll want to play with new stuff. But I have camp on Friday morning, and I have not one thing ready for camp. In fact, I'm not even sure if I remember how to do a camp because I've done a camp every month, pretty much every month. I've hardly missed any for probably 20 years. So this little space of time where I haven't done a camp, and I'm like, I don't remember exactly that I know how to do it. Hi, honeybee. So I've got, if I want to play tomorrow, I need to get my lives done. And it's also nice outside, although it's getting a little cloudy. You know, if God helps and it clouds up, then I won't be tempted to go. I do have to go swim for exercise, but I won't be tempted to stay out there any longer than necessary to lay there. Because, you know, this time of year when it's nice and it's still new, you know, once August hits and laying there's not as much fun, but I have a lot to do in this afternoon, and because the ordering happens so much faster. One thing that I have seen, if you are wanting to order the new seal and you're trying to do it on the customer side of the website, the link is not working. So I do have the corrected links. If you want those, let me know, and I'll post them down on both YouTube. Well, actually, yeah, I can put them on both on YouTube and on Facebook when I'm done with this. I think there's a dash or something missing. And so because they're so slammed right now, just keeping the site up and running, they can't go in and fix it at the moment. But if you just take something out, like they've given us the correct link. So if you just are on my store and you put that link at the top, then you can get the seal and the seal plus. I think it's both of them, but there's something that's not working. Hi, Sandy. So once that's on there, yeah, I know. I was tempted to do mine for Friday because that's what the plan was. But, you know, I was on it and I was like, oh, I can't make it work. Part of it with me is once I spend the money for the shipping, then I feel like I make myself do it because I'm like, you spent the money, now you must do it. So if I get this means if I get my unboxing video up tomorrow, and I got a lot of fun stuff, so you're going to want to see it. Then that means on Friday, in between my morning camp and okay, here's the deal. I have a morning camp and a night camp, but I think it's going to have to be like an early evening camp because we keep having dumb curfews. And, you know, I don't want any of my ladies to leave here and riot. So I think it's going to have to be moved up. So in between my morning and my late afternoon camp, I can probably at least get one card filmed, maybe two, because I don't like to work on the weekend. So I like to get things filmed so I can post them, not so they'll go up on the weekend, but so that I'm not working. So my goal is to get everything done. It's kind of ambitious, but I do think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So, you know, I could be, or not tomorrow, maybe storm tomorrow, maybe rain on Friday. So for right now, I'm going to show you, I already did this on my first lives. So if you missed the first live, you can go back. I kind of walked you through this. It's a really good catalog. It is laid out a little bit different than it has been in the past. You have to kind of pay attention, especially in the accessories. Like when you're here, you have to kind of, and the ribbons, like you have to look at the numbers, because the numbers don't, like, look at the number and then see what you're looking at for, especially for the ribbon when you don't know what it's called, because they don't necessarily match up the way you think they might match up. So I've done this catalog, and then I did do, oh no, I sent a picture of it to my friends and my daughter. I did do a card inspired by my shirt, because you can see it's got Just Jade and Honeybee, and then Rococo Rose and Bermuda Bay. I didn't use the Bermuda Bay, but I did this card. It's laying wherever I just sent them the picture. I did this card, and I switched the colors to be the new in colors, because, you know, we dream in color. We dream today of our new in colors that will be coming, right? So we really dream in color. And it was nice of Old Navy to provide us a shirt that is in color. So if you missed that, that's on the and it's on both YouTube and Facebook, so you can see that. So now I'm going to just do a really quick walkthrough of our beginner brochure, which normally I know some of you don't even look at it, because face it, most of you that are watching this are not beginners. But these are great to have to give to somebody if they are a beginner, because they're not nearly as overwhelming as that giant catalog. But this year, there's some really cute, there's a couple of things that you can't get in the giant catalog, but then there's some cute samples that are not, come on, mouse. My computer, you know, all the way across the room, and I always have to reactivate the mouse. There's a stamp set that I'm going to be ordering when I do my next order, because, you know, I'm going to do another one soon. So here's the brochure. But if you place an order with me in June and you want one of these, then let me know in your email. And I should have told you in the first video, because now several of you have placed orders. And so I'm going to have to ask you, because you're all redeeming your gifts. Those of you that got the catalog from me, you know, you get $25 in free stuff. And those of you that just order from me can go look at the specials I have for today. So as those emails are coming in, I will ask you if you want one of these, because if you want one, I'm happy to give you one. If you know somebody that might be interested in stamping that has not stamped before and you'd like to give them one, then I'm happy to send you more than one as well. So I'll ask you that in the email, because if you know somebody that you might want to send one to, we have noticed during this time that we've been kind of tucked away in our happy spaces at home. Maybe they've gotten a little less happy the longer we've been tucked away. Although in Indiana now we can go out. So, you know, once I could get back to Target and to Home Goods and TJ Maxx and stuff, I was happier. And once my husband, actually today I would have preferred that he could have worked from home, but he works at a hospital and he's been back at work for a couple of weeks now. But I said, is there a way you could work at home? Because I would have liked him to have manned my computer on the other side, but he couldn't even be at home. But we have noticed that a lot of people who used to stamp have come back, and people are looking for things to do at home again. So I guess everybody's done with Netflix. They finished all the shows. And so they're looking at things that they can do with their families. So this is a nice way to kind of just, everything in here simple. It shows you some simple things. But let me just show you, especially the stamp sets that you can't get. So this one, these have some little note cards and envelopes that are not in the big catalog. And you can see this little stamp set here. But let me show you, I'm going to be using the jar punch in a minute when I stamp. But if you want a single flower, look, because the jar of flowers doesn't come with any singles. So look, this is perfect. Perfect, perfect. And I should have put this on my overnight order, but you know, it was kind of long. Hi, Diana. And I just forgot about it. But this is kind of a simpler version of the Flowers for All Seasons. In fact, it even matches the papers. It's kind of the same color, but it's a much more less threatening way. Like there's no punch. You don't have to be putting things in your jars. And I'm going to show you in a minute the card I make. I had to cut the paper, obviously, to go with the cards, and these are already done. So it's cards and envelopes and that cute little flower stuff. So it's called For Floral Seasons. So that's in here. And again, you can look it up on the website, but it's not in the big catalog. And this is another one. Look how cute this little I mean, doesn't everybody need a banana that you can stick a mustache on? Because, I mean, really. And pineapples are super in. So this is a really cute little stamp set. And then this is just stamped on note cards and envelopes over here. And then you may have noticed in the large catalog that you can get this inner set of ink spots. So it's a perfect size for the ink spots. But this is a super cute little set, and it is one I'm going to be ordering. And again, that one's not in the big catalog. But the zebras are, and it's a fun little stamp set. And the happy birthday balloon is in the big catalog. But then look over here. They took the envelopes and they just took Stampin' Writes, not even blends, and just drew lines on the plain white envelopes. And they just drew, we've been doing it a lot again because it seems like everything that we did in the late 90s with Stampin' Up! Is kind of making a resurgence. And so they just took the bullet tip of the Stampin' Writes and just drew lines around the hooray. Because when you start, you don't have all the things. Some of you probably have all the things just like I do, but you don't need all the things. And so back in the day when dies didn't even exist and folders didn't exist, and in fact, punches didn't even exist when I started, not in the way they do now, we just would use our markers. And so that is when you're a new stamper, it's nice to go back and have this little catalog to look at. So you're like, I can't make that because I don't have all the things. And then this I did show you if you watched the other video. It's one of the kits that's featured right at the beginning of the big catalog, but here it's just shown off so much nicer. It's big and it's bold and it's beautiful, and it's one of those all-inclusive kits that's shown up there. But look how cute it is. Super cute. And then, of course, paper pumpkin, and then just some of the staples that you need once you do realize that you do like to stamp and that you want to keep going. So that's the beginner brochure. And like I said, if you order in June and you want one of these, I'm happy to stick it in with your thank you gift. So just let me know. Or if you want more than one, because hi, Deborah. If you know somebody that you'd like to give one of those to, I can give you one of those for them as well. So now let's do our last two cards, so I can go get ready for camp. So tomorrow I can show you all the stuff in my big box. Oh, okay. I'm just going to throw it on the floor. I've got so many technology pieces laying on my table. There's no place to put my stamping things. So here is the packet of paper that's from A Flower for All Seasons. And I have not even used it yet. Today was the first day I'd opened it. So I've used almost everything I got in the pre-order. This may be the last. No, this and the Memories and More cards. I didn't get the Memories and More cards from this, but the ones from A Good World, I did not get those. Look how pretty they are. Super, super pretty colors. Nice and cheery. They kind of match my shirt too. And then on the back, you can get some more of the, kind of goes spring, summer on one side and fall on the other. So this is Cinnamon Cider and Bumblebee and Just Jade. And then on the other side, we have the Magenta and the Midnight and then the Bumblebee again. And there's this one piece in here that's even Christmas. How fun is that? So that's the pack of paper. And it's 6 by 6. If you're doing my Try It class, you're going to get one of the cards. One of the cards we will do will be featured. We'll feature this because you're going to get 10 cards and all of them will have that. So then these are the Memories and More cards that are large. So the ones in the beginner brochure are kind of reversed. They're smaller cards and all of this is printed on them. So for this, I just took a piece of that and I cut it. So it's going to fit just inside here. And then this is the new Magenta. And here's the new Magenta ribbon, which I haven't used. So it needs to be opened, which whenever I don't do this before I'm on camera, like that was not the wisest move because sometimes they're hard to open. I got it. Maybe. Oh, come on. There we go. So this comes in all of the new in colors. So I have used the Just Jade and I've used it quite a lot, but I hadn't used the Magenta yet. So here are some other things that I did make with this. This is the one. If you watch this video, I have had lots of people, bless their hearts, trying to help me with this card because the last time, it's been 1 month just about 1 whole month since we got the pre-order, and, I overnighted it, and like I said, I pay the money to overnight it, and so I'm determined to use it. So it came, and I don't remember if I did it the day that it came, probably the day that it came, but I had a migraine. And if you get migraines, it makes it really hard to think. And then I took migraine medicine, and not only did I take one, I have several kinds that I can take. So when one wasn't working, I tried another, and when one wasn't working, I tried another. So it makes it really hard to think. So I thought, well, I'll start with this easy punch thing. Actually, this is the one I made first, because you know how hard it's going to be. You're just going to color some flowers and cut them out and punch. But because I was taking so much medicine, and when I get the new catalog stuff, I don't look at anything because I want all of the cards that I make for this first whole month. Like, I don't go anywhere. And that day there wouldn't have been anything to look at anyways, but I didn't even open the catalog. Like, I don't want to know how any other artist did it at all. So it's just me. So getting the ribbon tied around the top of this was in a drug-induced state where I was just determined to get the card made because I'd paid for it, and I was going to get a tutorial up if it killed me. And so since then, I've had tons of you tell me easier ways that it could have been done. And I am fully aware that there were easier ways that it could have been done. And my daughter then took the set. And so if you go to her YouTube channel, she has, because she was like, Mom, this is how you do it. And I'm like, yeah, I know now that's how you do it. So, she did the twine wrapped one, super cute. But then she also came up with a couple of other ways that I might not have, because she's a little bit more scientific. She gets that from her dad, mechanical mind, than I am. So she has some really, really cute stuff. But I am aware that I did not do it the easiest way. So then the next time I attempted to use the jar, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything with that jar that requires any kind of work at all. So on that one, I literally just punched and colored. I don't remember if I colored them in or if that. No, it's a reversible stamp set. It's been a long time since I've made some of these cards, and I've made a lot of cards because I tried to make something almost every day since I've had the pre-order. But this is a reversible stamp set. So you stamp this side, and then you take it off and you stamp the other side. So when you stamp the other side, it just stamps straight color. So that